Tired of watching your bank account and wondering when the money will finally arrive? What if I told you that money doesn't have to take its sweet time? That you can actually command it, order it, to start flowing into your life faster than you thought possible? You see, most people wait. They wait for their paycheck. They wait for a client to pay. They wait for luck or a miracle. But here's the truth that no one talks about: money responds to order, to direction, to clarity. If you know how to ask, and if you know how to remove the silent blockages you've been carrying, it will start moving toward you. Not next month. Not next year. Now. In this video, you're going to learn how to stop being at the mercy of other people's timing. You'll see exactly why waiting is one of the biggest money traps, and how it silently tells the universe that you're okay with delays. I'll show you how to reverse that message, how to signal that you are ready, open, and expecting money to come to you. We're going beyond the usual work harder advice. This is about principles most people overlook, like the hidden connection between urgency and manifestation, the subtle shift that turns you from a passive receiver into an active magnet, and the mindset moves that wealthy people have used for centuries to speed up their cash flow. We'll even talk about a few surprising, little-known historical events where fortunes were made almost overnight, simply because someone understood how to direct financial energy instead of waiting for it to land on their doorstep. By the end of this video, you won't just know the theory, you'll have a practical, step-by-step method to make money start moving toward you. If you've ever felt stuck, tired of waiting, or wondering why it always feels like you're almost there but never quite have enough, this might be the breakthrough you've been looking for. So, stay with me till the very end. Every second you watch will give you another key to unlock faster cash flow. And trust me, you won't want to miss the final technique. It's the one that has the power to flip your money reality in days, not months. Welcome to Bright Mind Within, your space for unlocking the secrets of the mind, the universe, and the abundance that's meant for you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our community. The change you've been waiting for starts right now. You send an invoice. You hit send and think the job is done. Then, you wait. Days go by. Sometimes weeks. And while you wait, nothing moves. The problem is bigger than it seems. Waiting for money is not just about the payment itself, it's about everything it holds back. You want to invest in something new, but you can't. You need to pay for supplies, but the budget is stuck. You have ideas ready to launch, but they sit still because the funds aren't there yet. And while all this is happening, stress builds. You check your email. You refresh your account. You wonder if they forgot, or if it's going to take even longer. This constant watching and waiting drains energy that could be used for creating, selling, or finding new opportunities. Every day you wait is a day your plans stay frozen. You might have momentum, motivation, and a clear vision, but without the money arriving, everything slows to a crawl. It's like trying to run with a heavy rope tied around your waist, pulling against you, holding you back. The worst part? The waiting starts to feel normal. You tell yourself, this is just how it works. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. People who grow their income quickly know this: waiting is a silent killer of progress. It makes you reactive instead of proactive. It puts your financial power in someone else's hands. Money that's delayed isn't just late, it's blocking the next step in your growth. It's stopping you from saying yes to opportunities. It's keeping you in a loop where you're always behind, always catching up, never fully ahead. And as long as you stay in that loop, your plans will always move slower than your ambition. Money is like water, it moves when you create a path for it. If you leave it to chance, it slows down or stops altogether. But when you decide to take charge, when you arrange the flow yourself, it starts moving faster. This isn't about forcing or chasing. It's about directing. Think about it: when you need something important, you don't sit in one place and hope it arrives. You plan, you act, you reach out. Money is no different. You set the terms, you create the opportunities, and you make it easier for it to reach you. That's control. Taking control means you decide when and how money comes in. You might adjust your payment terms so clients pay sooner. You might set up systems that make it effortless for people to pay you instantly. You might create multiple ways for money to enter your life instead of relying on just one. It's also about mindset. When you shift from "I hope it comes" to "I'm making it come," your actions naturally follow. You speak with more confidence. You ask for what you're worth. You remove delays before they even happen. And the energy you put out tells the universe, and everyone you deal with, that you expect money to arrive quickly. Money flows to people who move with certainty. When you give it a channel, it follows the path you set. The moment you stop waiting passively and start arranging the flow, you stop depending on luck or timing. You become the one who decides when it comes, not the one who wonders if it ever will. You don't wait for money. You make it flow. And the faster you act, the faster it finds its way to you. It sounds simple, but most people don't do it. They finish the work, send the invoice, and then just hope the payment comes in quickly. But here's the problem: if you don't set the terms up front, the other person sets them for you. And their timeline might be very different from yours. Clear payment terms remove any guesswork. If you say, "Payment is due within 3 days," there's no room for someone to assume it's 2 weeks or a month. When both sides know exactly when the money should arrive, you avoid those awkward delays that happen simply because expectations weren't clear. This isn't just about business, it applies in personal situations too. If you lend money or sell something privately, be clear about when you expect the payment. It's not rude, it's professional. It sets a standard. And it shows that you value your time and your work. Delays often happen because people aren't given a reason to pay sooner. When there's no set date, it's easy for them to push it to the bottom of their to-do list. But when you make the date clear from the beginning, you give them a specific point to act on. That small step can mean the difference between waiting weeks and getting paid almost instantly. You also protect yourself from misunderstandings. Too many payment problems start with "I thought," or "I assumed." Clear terms mean there's nothing to assume. Everyone knows the plan. And when people know the plan, they're far more likely to follow it. Say when you want paid, from the start. It's one of the simplest ways to stop waiting and start receiving money faster. It turns uncertainty into certainty before the work even begins. It's one of the easiest ways to speed up your money flow, yet so many people still do it the slow way. They finish the work, open a document, write the invoice, attach it to an email, and send it manually. Then they wait. And if the payment doesn't come, they send a reminder, again, manually. That's hours of work over time, all for something that can be done automatically. Let tools work for you. Today, there are countless invoicing systems and apps that can create and send your invoices the moment the job is done. You set it up once, and it runs on its own. You can even schedule automatic reminders, polite, professional, and perfectly timed. To nudge people without you having to lift a finger. The efficiency is unmatched. Instead of chasing payments one by one, you free up your time to focus on the work that actually brings in more money. No more checking calendars to remember when to follow up. No more crafting the same reminder message over and over. The system handles it. And here's the truth: when you remove manual delays, you speed up the entire payment process. The invoice goes out immediately, not 2 days later. The reminder is sent exactly when it's most effective, not when you remember to do it. This keeps your cash flow moving and removes the bottlenecks that happen when life gets busy. Auto-send invoices. Auto-send reminders. It's not just convenience, it's control. It's your way of making sure the money request is sent quickly and followed up on without gaps. When tools take care of the routine, you can take care of the strategy, and that's how money moves to you faster. It doesn't have to be big. Just enough to make it worth their while. People like rewards. Even a tiny incentive feels like a win, and it pushes them to act quickly. When they see they can save money by paying sooner, they're far less likely to let the invoice sit in their inbox. This works because it taps into basic human behavior. Everyone wants to get more value for less. A small discount, whether it's 2%, 5%, or even just a flat amount, creates urgency. It makes later feel like a missed opportunity. And when paying sooner means paying less, people naturally move faster. Firms have used this for decades to speed up cash flow. It's a common tactic in industries where waiting weeks for payment is the norm. By rewarding early payments, companies not only get their money faster but also build better relationships with clients who appreciate the incentive. It's a win-win. The beauty of this approach is that it's voluntary. You're not forcing anyone, you're simply giving them a reason to prioritize your payment. And because it's a choice, it rarely causes friction. In fact, it often makes you look more professional and easy to work with. Even in personal dealings, this principle works. If you're selling something or lending money, offering a small reward for quick payment can shift the timing dramatically. The faster the payment comes in, the sooner you can move forward with your own plans. Keep it simple, give a small discount if they pay early. It's a gentle push that turns waiting into action, and it can transform slow, uncertain payments into a steady, predictable flow. It's one of the fastest ways to free up money you already have. Most people think they need more income to improve their situation, but often, they just need to stop money from leaking out. The less you waste, the more you keep, and the faster your cash can move toward the things that matter. Start simple, check your subscriptions and services. Are you paying for software you haven't used in months? A streaming service you barely watch? A membership you forgot to cancel? These small charges add up, quietly draining your account every month. Cancel them, and that money stays in your pocket. Look for overspending in daily habits too. Ordering food too often, buying premium items you don't really need, or keeping multiple services that do the same job, it all eats into your flow. Companies like CoCount and Stagries often highlight how trimming unnecessary expenses instantly improves cash flow without changing your income. Every saved rupee helps your cash move faster. It's not just about cutting for the sake of saving, it's about redirecting that money toward what truly pushes you forward. The amount you free up can go into investments, paying down debt, or building a safety buffer so you're never stuck waiting for the next payment to come in. When you cut what you don't need, you also create a leaner, more flexible lifestyle. That flexibility gives you control. You're no longer stuck because of money tied up in things that don't serve you. Look at your bills. Cut what you don't need. Every bit you save adds to your power, and every bit of power speeds up your financial momentum. It sounds basic, but most people don't do it consistently. They look at their balance today and assume it will be fine tomorrow. The problem is, money isn't static, it moves. If you don't know what's coming in and going out, you're operating blind. And that's when surprises hit. Forecasting helps you avoid those surprises. When you take a moment to look ahead, week by week or month by month, you start to see patterns. You'll notice if there's a gap between when you get paid and when big expenses are due. You'll see if a slow period is coming up so you can prepare. This is how you act before a problem starts instead of scrambling after it arrives. Business finance experts, like those at Growth Force and Brex, stress that forecasting isn't just for companies, it works for individuals too. A simple spreadsheet, an app, or even a notebook can be enough. The goal is to have a clear picture of your cash flow so you can plan with confidence. When you know what's coming, you can move money around before it becomes an emergency. You might delay a non-urgent purchase, speed up an invoice, or set aside extra funds when income is strong. Every small adjustment you make in advance prevents a bigger crisis later. Tracking isn't about obsession, it's about control. It keeps you informed, reduces stress, and ensures you're ready for both expected and unexpected changes. Track money in and out. See what's coming next. Forecasting turns the unknown into the predictable, and predictability is what keeps your financial flow steady instead of stopping suddenly. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. Even a small, steady habit of setting money aside builds protection over time. Think of it as a shield, it's there when something unexpected happens. A sudden bill. A late payment. An emergency repair. Instead of panicking, you reach for your safety net and keep moving forward. When cash is ready, you don't freeze when something big hits. You don't have to pause your plans or drain all your resources just to cover the surprise. That's the power of having a reserve. It buys you time and choice. You can make decisions calmly instead of out of desperation. Financial advisors often call this an emergency fund, but it's more than just a fund, it's confidence in your own stability. Statries and other financial platforms often point out that people who save regularly are better equipped to handle disruptions without falling into debt or missing opportunities. Saving a little every month also changes your relationship with money. It stops you from living on the edge, where every unexpected cost feels like a disaster. It puts you in control because you have something to fall back on. The habit itself is simple. Decide on a set amount. Move it into a separate account before you spend anything else. Don't touch it unless it's truly needed. Over time, it grows, and so does your peace of mind. Save a little every month. It's a safety net that keeps you moving when life throws a challenge your way. Even the smallest step toward it is better than standing unprotected, waiting for the next big hit. These are simple steps, but together, they transform how money flows into your life. You don't have to sit and wait for payments. You don't have to live in delays or let opportunities slip past. Every action you take speeds up the flow and puts you back in charge. Stop waiting. Make money move to you. You're in control. Take action now. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to Bright Mind Within for more insights that help you unlock abundance and create the life you want.